Hi fellow key shooter. In today's video, I am going to show you how you can create a fabric texture, a fabric material like this one. And I will be demonstrating where you can find bump maps for a lot of different fabrics and how to create this color pattern using procedural textures. So this tutorial was initiated by a guy called Sung Hyun Lee. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. And he asked me to show how to create a fabric texture, something like the one on Google Daydream VR. So as with most things, I went on and found a reference picture. And here it is, this Daydream fabric. And we have some different stuff going on. We have the bump map making these small squares. And we have the color pattern, which is sort of lines stretching this way, but there's also some noise in it as well. So let's jump straight into KeyShot and have a look at how to create this or something close to it. Here in KeyShot, I have a quick mock-up of the Google Daydream VR shape to create the fabric material on, and I have this material open in the material graph. First step is to create the bump map or to source it from somewhere. And for this one, I went to the site quadrat.dk, which is a fabric manufacturer, and they have a library of 239 different fabrics. And I searched for a while and came across this fabric called Casa, which I think have a bump map fairly close to what we're looking for. It's not perfect, but it's going to work fine in this example. So I downloaded it. I'm having it here on my desktop. And let's drag that one in to the material graph. Like this. Let's get KeyShot up again here. And drag the texture into the bump channel. And by the way, we want to change this from diffuse material type to a paint material. Actually a plastic. It doesn't matter too much. I'm just going to turn up the roughness a bit. Something like this. And then let's zoom in and have a look at the bump map. I think the scale is quite close already. Maybe a bit smaller. 0.8 or something. And for the height, seems a bit too much when we look around here, so maybe take it down to 0.5. I think that looks good, I think. So that's actually already the bump map we have down. So now we have to take a look at the color pattern, which is a bit more tedious to create, but let's have a look at it. First step for the color pattern is to create these lines that we have going on here. And to do that, I'm going to use this brushed texture. So drag that down into the diffuse channel and adjust the scaling. Yeah. It's just a matter of adjusting this until we get close to our reference image. I think that this is going to work for now. Okay, so it's very bright right now. So take this color number 2 and take it down to a bit more gray material. Maybe add in a tint of blue. Maybe it's just the white balance on this image. So I think this is good. Oops. Hit OK and not cancel. Okay, so we're getting a bit closer, but we're not yet there. because if you look at this, we have like a lot of noise going on here. For example, we have a big part that is just white. So to make up for that, I'm going to add in other textures into the color 1 and color 2 channel instead of just having like a solid color. So I'm going to add in a texture called Camouflage. So drag that into color 1 and let's see what's going on. Let's hit C on the keyboard to just view the color information of the camouflage. And adjust the scale to something smaller, like 0.1. And turn up this spray to make the borders softer. And I'm going to use this color balance slider to only show the 2 first colors. All right, so we are obviously not going to have them be green. So instead of changing it here, I'm going to add in a color adjust node, drag the camouflage into the color and the output into color 1 here. And then using the value slider to extract all color information. Oops, sorry, not value, saturation, of course, like so. So now for color 1, in this brush material, we have this camouflage pattern. And we're going to do the same for color number 2. And again, we are going to use this color adjust. And besides only taking out the color information, we are also going to turn the value down. And we're going to adjust the scale. So we have 2 different patterns going on. And in this one, I want these 2 to be a bit closer, the 2 colors, less contrast. And I want them to be darker as well, like so. And for this, I think we have to adjust the scale as well. And maybe make it a bit brighter. And again, decrease the contrast as well. So something like this. And yeah, I want to adjust the scaling here again because I don't think it's perfect. Or at least it could be better. Something like this. And maybe I want the two camouflage patterns to be closer in color as well. So that the contrast here between the colors are not too prominent. I think this is looking quite good. And so if we zoom in, we can see the texture map as well. Seems like the bump height is a bit too much. Maybe we want to adjust the scaling here again to make it a bit more visible. And to pronounce this bump map, it's a bit hard to see when we are out here. I want to blend this color information with a curvature texture. So I right click and add in a texture, a curvature texture. And what I can use that for is to make the negative curvature of this bump map darker, so we enhance the deeper parts of this texture and fabric material. So if I make the negative curvature black and the 0 and positive curvature white, we should get some darkening of these crevices. Like you see here, it takes a short amount of time to rest up. And to blend these two together, I'm going to use a color composite node where I add this curvature in the source and this brushed texture in the background. And then I'm going to use a multiply blend mode. So everything that is dark on this curvature texture is going to darken the parts of this brushed texture. So drag that into the diffuse, and there we go. So if I just make a quick region render, you can see like this is with the curvature map and without. So everything gets a bit darker, and especially the parts that is deep into the fabric. So all there's left now is to adjust everything to really make this material perfect, and maybe also to adjust the specular amount and adjust roughness, and maybe add in a map for both the roughness and the specular, depending on your needs. I hope you learned something from this tutorial, and if you did, please like and subscribe if you're new to this channel and want to see more KeyShot tricks like this. So thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.